Hi everyone, my name is Yael. Today I want to talk to you about a very interesting topic, and it is about having visions while having sex. Some of you have experienced it already, but for those of you who haven't, I'm going to give you a few tips of how to reach there and how to dive deep into this aspect of ourselves. So, as you know, a lot of people these days go to shamans, go to different places of the world, and want to reach experiences of a different level of awareness because they're looking for answers that they can't find in their daily life. And that's right, like we're all flooded with so much negative energy, so many confusing ideas, and we want spaces that we can get closer to ourselves. So in these ceremonies, people go through extreme dance or extreme sweat, and they reach a different level of awareness where they can talk to their subconscious, they can talk to their higher self and realize things about themselves. Now, I believe that we can reach these states of awareness through sex, through dreaming. It's closer to us than we think it is, and it's more subtle than we think it is. The only difference between having visions and paying close attention to them and writing them and cherishing them and deciding that maybe this experience is not very important is how we treat it. Okay, so if we treat going to the bedroom and having sex as a place to be free and to have a conversation with our higher selves, then probably that's what we're gonna get. The way I see it is that sex is transformative, and also through astrology we understand that Scorpio, which is the sign that is in charge of sex, is also a sign that is in charge of transformation, life and death, and everything to do with rebirth. So when we go to the bedroom, it's almost like we are rebirthing ourselves each time. Okay, so we can shed an old image of ourselves and walk away from the sexual experience totally renewed, with full of energy, full of life. And it's not because we got that energy from our partner. We didn't steal that energy. We actually created an energy together, but we were reintroduced to who we really are. And who we really are is free and powerful and loves himself. So I believe that through sex, we learn to love ourselves more. And it's not because the partner is showing us their love, it's because something happens where we are reintroduced to our pleasure. And when we experience this deep pleasure or deep visions, when I'm gonna talk about it right now, we thank God we're alive, okay? Because it's so powerful and it's so beautiful, and it's in the moment that nothing can take it away from us, okay? We are charged by this soul power that brings our energy back to ourselves. I want to point out something. There is a book called Lady Chatterley by D.H. Lawrence. It's very famous. There is also a movie about it, which I really loved. And when I watch this movie and when I read this book, I'm reminded of the same feeling that I have. So I know that it's not something that I only experience. I know that it is international. It's mankind. It's both female and male. This feeling that Connie, the woman in the story, feels after having sex, she's described by walking in the forest and feeling more connected to nature, feeling lighter, feeling that all the colors are more vivid. So I believe that that's the place we want to reach. It doesn't have to happen every time. Okay, I'll be honest with you. It doesn't happen every time. We also, as women, have cycles. We have different moods. Not always the setting is right. Not always the mood is right. But let's plan ahead when the time is right for us to get this enormous amount of energy coming to us. So I'm gonna start with tip number 1. I have 5 tips to share with you, and I'm starting with number 1, which is freedom and sexual freedom. Now, if we take this concept, sexual freedom, we're actually meaning creative freedom. And for any of you that are artists, we know that creativity likes to do things a little differently every time. What does it mean when somebody is creative? When he or she takes different things from different worlds and combines it together to get a solution, right? When we're creative in the kitchen, we're going with the flow. We're like, let's add a little bit of this spice, let's add a little bit of that. And so it is in the bedroom. Being creative or being very sexual in the bedroom, meaning allowing yourself to do things differently and to trust that you're in a safe space to express yourself. Sometimes people, when they hear the idea of sexual freedom, they think, oh, it is about having sex with multiple partners or experiencing different things with different people. That might be right, but I promote monogamy, and I believe that it's a deeper level of sexual freedom when you open up and do things differently with the same partner that already knows you and knows what you're going through and celebrates this fact that you're opening up and changing. And it's like a beautiful piece of art that you're creating when you're allowing yourselves to be a little different. And sometimes it's in just little things that you do differently, slight movements, maybe an outfit, maybe places you kiss each other. This can also be your facial expression, places you do it, times of day you do it. It's about you deciding, okay, I want to be more free, I want to experience more. And you bring it to the table. Be the first one to be more maybe initiative or more original. So we want to actively do things that are slightly different and allow ourselves to open up to our partner and to this experience that's in us. So it's almost like we need to tune in to that force that wants us to totally relax and go with it. It's almost like a dance between you and your partner, and you're guided by your two higher selves, and then again the energy that's between you, that you need to just let go and let loose and be free. And don't think all the million thoughts that you might think of, like your self-esteem, your body. Most people think that their body has something wrong with it, okay? They don't like an aspect of their body. But when you want to have like a lot of pleasure, you gotta let that go, okay? You gotta be excited by something that your partner wants to do or that you want to do. When we're also very creative in our lives, it's because we're stimulated, okay? So creativity is a feminine force, and we're very creative when we have new ideas coming to us, okay? And we can do stuff that can promote that creativity, right? Like, let's say we go to a museum, we go to nature, we go to listen to beautiful music, experience different flavors, different foods, all of that. The same goes to sexuality in the bedroom, okay? So we want to open ourselves up to different ideas of what we can bring to the bedroom, what kind of ideas, what kind of appreciation. And that's exactly what you're doing by studying with me right now. These are new ideas that you can bring to your experiences, new thoughts, new compliments, okay? So you can also write and think about compliments that you want to give your partner next time because you already know him. And I think the idea of enhancing the creativity, enhancing the sexual freedom is number one in reaching higher. Number two is about writing. Now, I know not all of us are born writers, and maybe this just happened naturally to me, but I know that one of the reasons that I advance more in my sex is because I write about it. I write about my dreams, I write about sex. I believe that it is a way to access our subconscious mind. And in sex, it's almost like I'm shedding a layer of myself, and I am getting introduced to my other half, my male half. Maybe it's my male mirror, and it's just precious to me, and I want to cherish these times. Now, I don't write every time after having sex, but the times that really touched me and moved me, I knew in myself that this is valuable and I wanted to write it. And we live in such a fast-paced time, and I know sitting and writing about sexual experience might not guarantee us like money or anything like tangible in the moment, but I can assure you that this can make your experiences more vivid, more real, more even juicy. It brings this appreciation, and what we appreciate grows. So writing about your sexual experience will help you experience more pleasure in the future. And I do recommend writing in detail every single detail that you remember, because a lot of things happen when we have sex. There is movement, there is positions, there is breath, there is touch, there is liquids, there's all sorts of things, and it's really fast, and it can also like awaken ancient memories in you. So when we move our pelvic, sometimes it opens things in us, okay? And sometimes like we are not used to getting touched that much. We maybe used to get touched when we were babies, and all of a sudden we're getting touched, and it sends our minds into many directions. But when we sit and write and remember what we experienced, we suddenly appreciate things, little things, and we can enhance it in our writing experience, and that includes the vision. So vision can start small. It's not all of a sudden like boom, you're getting like the most enormous message from your higher self and great, okay? It starts by having, let's say, colors. Suddenly you close your eyes and you see red, or you close your eyes and you see purple and gray, or you close your eyes and you see mountains, or a whole story about you and your partner in a past life. It's these places that you sit and write and cherish that will allow it to come more to you. Okay, number 3 is about God and the Holy Spirit. Now, this is more of like a guiding concept, a guiding idea, guiding thought that you can take it or leave it. But the idea of creation is that everything in the world is operating for unity between God and the Holy Spirit. There is the male energy, which is life force, okay? And there is, and it's a spiritual energy. And there is the female energy, which is a more natural, grounded energy. And when you just focus on this idea that what you're doing in this act is uniting two almost opposite energies together and appreciating that other half for completing you in something, you automatically put yourself in a higher state of being, and that will contribute to elevate yourself more. Number 4 is about literally appreciating the pleasure. So it's noticing the places that you're touched and really diving into it. So pleasure comes a little bit from the word please, okay? So you want to experience pleasure also by you pleasing and you being pleased. So it's knowing about how to accept what you're getting, and this is right for both male and female. Like men also love to see women really enjoy it, and women also love to see men to enjoy what you're doing to them, okay? So by enhancing that pleasure, all the parts in your body that are aroused right now and feel great, you want to think about those thoughts in your mind. So the woman is very much responsible for the setting, because she has the power to control her mind more than the man, because the man is usually much more active, he's much more giving, and you're the one receiving. And when you're receiving in a certain state, that sheds the whole light and beauty on the experience. So I really recommend trying to enhance the pleasure in your mind and focus on here and now and the pleasure that you're experiencing, and all of a sudden a vision can come. So pleasure is really important. Number 5 and last is personifying what we talked about. Number 3, the Holy Spirit and God. So this is almost personifying God or personifying the Holy Spirit, seeing how amazing your partner is and the image he or she put on himself. So I believe that we put on ourselves a sexual persona when we have sex. We change, our body changes, our facial expression changes, sometimes even our skin changes. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get more visions and greater visions and a chance to converse with your higher self and with the opposite sex in a way that will blow your mind. So if you want to work with me, if you want me to help you in your dating life, in your sexual experiences, please write me, visit my website, follow me on the media. I love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.